The video game industry is growing every single year, and in 2022 this was valued at $245 billion, and it's now worth well over $250 billion. And this is exactly why crypto gaming is expected by so many experts to lead the charge this bull run. Gaming seems to be one of the hottest topics on crypto market recently, and this is only going to increase as we ramp up into the bull run. So today we're going to go over 3 low cap gaming coins with the potential for 2025. So let's jump straight into it. So today we are starting with LitLab Games. So this is an esport developer and game publishing platform, and it is built entirely on the BNB chain. So their leading game is called Cyber Titans, and this is a 4-to-8 multiplayer auto chess strategy game. So the economics around LitLabs are simple. Lit tokens are used as an entry fee as well as a reward for players who win a match, and to make things easier for its users, LitLab also offers its own fully integrated gasless wallet. And if we take a quick look at the chart for this, we can see that it has a current market cap of $10.2 million, which does make it, I would say it's more of a micro cap than a low cap. And it has set an all-time high, if you can really call it an all-time high, but it has set a high of pretty much 5 cents, and this was on the 7th of December last year. And it has been on a slight retracement since then, but this is still a fairly new project compared to those that were established. But this is still a fairly new project that was only launched in May of 2023, so it does have a way to catch up with those that are more established in the gaming niche. Now in December, there was some big news for LitLabs, as this was acquired by Elixir, which is one of the most well-known Web3 gaming distribution platforms, and it is backed by Square Enix. So this has been positive news for it, as it means that a much larger company with more capital available is behind the project, which gives it a boost to the ability to spend more on development and marketing for this. And LitLabs have also partnered with launchpads like ChainGPT, which is allowing for more exposure and funding on the project. Now, project number 2 is called Shrap, which belongs to the Shrapnel project. Now, it may be because I am not much of a gamer, but the graphics for this game look insane to me, which is super important because if there's bad graphics, the audience are not going to tolerate this. So Shrapnel has been leading the way on the AVAX ecosystem, and the game is launching on PC in 2025, with early access expected in 2024. So they have released a few demos which seem to have gone down well with a lot of gamers, and it seems to have got them hyped for their multiplayer first-person shooter game. So in the game, each piece of gear is an NFT asset, and players can fight to earn loot or by winning games and challenges. So the Shrap token will be used for governance and main currency for earning, gain, and their marketplace where assets can be traded. So if we take a look at the chart for this, we can see that Shrap is currently sitting at just below the 20-cent mark, and since its launch date in November, it is up by 87%, which is really good. And I think this could be a great option to DCA in, and with a market cap currently sitting at 45 million, it has some huge growth potential. And once the game has been released, it could really see some exceptional growth on it. So one last point that I want to make on Shrap is that the team behind it are the people behind the launches of the likes of Halo and Call of Duty. Westworld isn't one that I've actually heard of before, so I only recognise these two. But these are huge ones, and with experience like this behind them, it can only be a huge positive. So my third and final pick for the gaming sector is Games for 11. So the native currency for this project is GFAL, and it's another blockchain-based gaming ecosystem. So all of the games on the platform will have their own token integration built in so that players can earn tokens through competitions and challenges. And there's also in-game NFTs which can be traded with GFAL tokens in the marketplace. So one of the huge positive signs is that 2 of the co-founders here used to work for EA and Blizzard, which are obviously 2 major names in the gaming space. So they have this experience behind them to make sure the project can be as successful as possible. So the GFAL token was listed in, I believe it was March of 2023, and we can see on the chart that this has seen a pretty continuous upward trend on it with very few pullbacks. It did hit a technical all-time high of almost 5 cents. It was at 0.048 cents in December, and currently we are sitting at 36 cents for this, so it's not a significant pullback, and we can expect to see this hit new highs in the bull market. Now the current market cap for it is sitting at $57 million, so again this is more of a micro cap, I believe it falls into that bracket, and because it's still a fairly new token, the exchanges that this is listed on are quite limited. So additional listings on more centralized exchanges could bring in a lot more volume, but it is always important to look at the project's overall development also. Now, G-File did recently release their roadmap for 2024, and they have a lot planned for this coming year. So they have announced in Q1 their G-File marketplace, and they're building towards implementing the ability to find and purchase rare collectibles to help gameplay and marketplace trading that will use artificial intelligence. And finally, they're even setting up a VIP program for the dedicated gamers to offer them additional perks. So as you can see from the roadmap, there is a huge amount to come with G-File, and honestly, I am pretty bullish on the project, and I think 2024 could be a game-changing year for it. So the gaming space is primed to be a huge narrative for this bull run, and bear in mind that the gaming niche is not just for gamers. So we're banking on the gamers loving the game, which then in turn boosts the volume of the associated tokens and gives us a profit. So that's probably not the best way of explaining it. It's the most simple way that I could think of off the top of my head, but I hope that makes sense. But anyway, let me know what your favourite gaming tokens are for February, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!